All right, here we go. I got my steak all seasoned up with cayenne, garlic, Italian seasoning, Cage's choice blackening, a little Old Bay, and sure enough some salt. So I'm fixing to go slip this on the grill. I got the grill set up at 425. I'm gonna cook this for about 5 minutes on each side and make sure I get the fat good and rendered on the back side. So y'all stay tuned and let's see how this turns out. I'm shooting for a good medium rare. Okay, I got my paninis rinsed really well. Now I'm going to add some salt to them. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic. Normally I use some minced garlic in this, but we're just going to use powder tonight. Then I'm going to let these boil till they're almost done. Oh, and a little butter. I forgot. Here we go. Just a touch of butter in there. Let's go wrap that up. So y'all stay tuned. We fixing to get this started. We're going to start with our sauce. We have got our paninis started. They're boiling now. Now we're going to start our sauce. We've got our onions cut up, our mushrooms, and we got our spinach ready to go. So we're going to melt down this butter just a little bit. Then we're going to drop everything in here and we're going to start with that. The reason why I put butters in my panini was just because normally I put olive oil in there, but I had the butter right there in my hand, so I figured to go ahead and just drop the butter instead of the olive oil. You have to be careful with this little pan. I love it, but this thing right here, it does fast even on low. Alrighty. Let's start with the mushrooms. Here we go. Get those in. Now we're going to go ahead and start out and add our salt because we want the salt to go ahead and melt down and break up. So we're going to add a little bit of salt to that. And that's going to probably carry us all the way through. And it's going to probably take about 4 to 5 minutes to get these cooked down enough to where I can go ahead and start adding the onions and then the spinach. All right, that took about 3 minutes. Now let's drop them onions in there. And we're going to go ahead and put our spinach in here. And we're going to tear our spinach up. There we go. Now it doesn't take very long for spinach to cook. Usually about 2 to 3 minutes at the most. So as soon as the spinach is done, we will start adding our seasonings and then our cream sauce. I do like for my seasonings just to cook for a minute to break them down a little bit. So, oh yeah, that's looking good. This smells awesome. The portobello smell great. Alright, now let's start adding our seasonings. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of Old Bay, a little blackening, some garlic, and some cayenne. Should have already had this over here. I can do it now. Okay, here we go. A little black pepper. A little Old Bay. Okay, quite a bit of Old Bay. A little cayenne. An Italian. This is Italian seasoning. And some garlic. Pretty much everything that was on that steak goes right on in our sauce with a little onion powder to help boost that up. It's amazing what onion powder does. It's such an underrated little seasoning, I believe. And I didn't realize that till I was making sausage gravy one morning. Okay, now let's taste it, see how we're doing. Okay, she's heavy on everything. Good deal. Good deal. All right, now it's time for our cream. Got some spice to it. Now let's turn this down even more. We don't want to curl that. That was probably close to a cup of heavy whipping cream. And now we're going to add our Parmesan cheese to it. Now when I'm making a sauce, there's not a whole lot of difference in between Italian sauce or Creole sauce along those lines, because they both use Parmesan cheese. If I was making Italian sauce, I would use some rosemary in it and maybe not so much peppery. Now we're going to use our Blackened Cajun's Choice. There we go. A little bit of that in there. Here we go. All right. Now it's been about 8 minutes on our pasta. And it don't look quite right, but let's see. Oh, it is. We're right here at it. That's not bad. There's a little more Parmesan in it. All right, so now I got my Parmesan added. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my cream cheese, and it's going to be about 1/8 of this block, I hope. There we go. I surely do like that cream cheese in these sauces. Here we are. We're going to shut off these. These are done. There we go. Make sure they ain't sticking to the bottom. Now I got this sauce on low. I definitely didn't come too far to even try to burn it or curl it, so I don't want it separating. So I got it down low, and I'd rather take a couple extra minutes. Our steak's been resting. It's been in there for 10 minutes in the microwave, just resting, sitting in there. Oh, that's starting to cream up nice now. Look at that. That looks good. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're trying to do here. All right, let me get this pasta rinsed, and then we're going to start making our plate. Okay, I got the pasta rinsed. Now, I'm going to put a little bit more butter in there. I rinsed it with warm water, with hot water, really. So, right there, we got all the starch and everything off of it. And that's what we're working with right there. Look at that. That looks good. Nice and clear color. I was shooting for maybe a little bit more al dente, but let me taste it. I don't know, it's about right. Now we're going to season that. Just a little bit of salt. You can still taste the remaining salt left on it from where it cooked. And so we lightly salted it. And we're going to lightly black pepper it. There we go. Stir that around with the butter. Now, we got our paninis coming around. Let's taste them again. Taste and taste and taste. That's all we do. There you go. When it's good by itself, then you mix it all together, you know it's going to be good. So y'all hold tight. We're fixing to move forward and make our plates. All right, here we go. Let's see how we did. This is our steak. We got the fat rendered. Both sides look good. Let's see how we did with the meat. Oh, there we go. A little closer to the medium well, the way I like it. So let's see how the first piece tastes. There we go. Can't go wrong like that. There we are. Have to look at the video. So, set them. Okay. This is my finished plate. I'm going to add just a touch of salt to the steak. It needed just a bump more salt for me. Probably about perfect for Miss Cindy. But for me, I like a little more salt with mine. So, y'all stay tuned. Please like and follow. I'm working hard here.